Hello, everyone. We're going to have Drew present again really quickly. It looks like we lost the video for him, and then we'll move on to Sydnee for the Model Arab League. Sorry. So, Drew, whenever you're ready.
Okay, am I good to go?
Yes, you are.
Okay, sweet. So I'm Sydnee K. I this year am president of the university's Model Arab League team. So basically what that means is our university is one of 14 super lucky universities in the entire world that are invited to the National Council on U.S. Arab Relations that put on the National University Model Arab League. So what happens, I guess, is Model Arab League is very similar to things like Model United Nations and Model European Union, but it's about Arab states in the Middle East and North Africa. So actually, before the United Nations was even created, Arab states in that region, also called the MENA region for short, they came together and created an organization called the League of Arab States, or the Arab League, that makes it so the states have an annual conference to come together and work on different issues and bills to appropriate funds to different spaces so that people can have good infrastructure, good education, like travel equality, and a bunch of different stuff like that. It's been relatively effective, and it was really the first regional collaboration community that kind of came together, which is really interesting. So what we do is in the spring, the International Studies program often offers a Model Arab League as a class. So it's not just a club, you take it for class credit. That might change this year because of the pandemic. Not certain about that yet, but please always check in with your advisor to see if that's going to be something that's offered. It's a 3-credit class. It's offered once a week. And we normally, under regular circumstances, we come together that once a week and we practice what it's like to be in council sessions. So again, very similar to Model United Nations and Model European Union, we represent a country, our school does. For example, 2 years ago, we represented Yemen, and last year we represented Egypt. So this year we should be a Gulf state, which is really exciting, and that means we should have money. So basically, once we get the country that we're going to be representing, there are a bunch of different like committees sort of that will have 1 or 2 students from each different Arab country representing. So for example, there's a council on Palestinian affairs, there's a council on political affairs, there's the Joint Defense Council. So whatever your interest area is, there's like over 10 different committees that you could rank in what your preference is. So when you come to class, you would put you learn a bit about each committee, and then you'd put your top 3 choices for your committee, and then based on the selections by everybody else in the class, you would be put in one of your top 3 committee positions that are council positions. And it's pretty consistent that we're able to place everybody in one of their top 3. And then what happens is we have a regional conference that I think that you would be hosting this year, if we're able to have it in person. And then we also have a national conference that we go to. So at our regional conference, we invite people it's called the Rocky Mountain Model Arab League. We invite people from Wyoming, Idaho, Colorado, Nevada, Arizona, and basically everybody surrounding our region. We even had people from California come last year. And you go into your committee session and you're like the only person representing your country unless you have a partner. And then it would be you and your partner representing your country, and you do your best to act in the best interest of the country you're representing. Sometimes that might not go with your personal values, and that's okay. So you might have to go against things that you actually would believe in as a person, but it's more about representing a country and learning about diplomacy than it is about standing up for your own personal beliefs. It's a great opportunity for public speaking and leadership opportunities, and overall, it's an incredible experience that not many students in the United States get to have. And then when you go to our national conference, it's held in Washington, D.C. So basically you have to shell out a little bit of money for a plane ticket, but ASUU reimburses us for at least half of the cost of the plane ticket. And then you get to stay for free in a hotel. We normally stay at the hotel at Georgetown University. And you get to spend the week in DC, and you're in council sessions for a few days, but we usually have a lot of time around that to go and explore the city, eat awesome food, incredible food, and get to meet students from all over the world. I've gotten to meet students from the United Arab Emirates, from Egypt, from Qatar. We've had students from many different areas, especially in the Middle East and North Africa, come to those conferences. So yeah, that's a little bit about Model Arab League, and you can find information about us on campus, like Campus Connect, I think is what it's called. And then you're able to send me a quick email or send our advisor a really quick email if you have any questions.
Perfect. Thank you, Sydney. Sydney Kincart, it's your turn.
Hi, I'm Sydnee Kincart, and I'm with the U of U College Democrats. I'm from Rapid City, South Dakota, and I'm in my freshman year at the U. I'm a political science major with a public policy emphasis and a disability studies minor. Some of my political past: last summer, I served as a U.S. Senate page, so I worked in D.C. for about a month on the U.S. Senate floor every day, and then I've also worked for in a local Senate office recently, and then just done a ton of other clubs related to politics and stuff. So just a quick introduction to our student organization. We're completely new this semester, so we're in the process of getting it re-recognized. The club existed previously, but then it kind of dwindled out, so we're bringing it back. We have about 6 members right now, and we hope to see it grow and to see new people come and help shape what the makeup of our organization and structure of our organization is going to look like. Some of the activities we hope to do right now we're gonna kind of play it by ear, see how things are. A lot of it'll probably be online and distance at first so that we're being safe and in line with campus protocol. But we are thinking about doing phone and text banking for candidates. We are also thinking about voter registration drives for the upcoming election. And also we want to do Zoom town halls, which will basically be a Zoom call with like U of U Dems and then different candidates running in the Salt Lake City area. So we can learn more about their policies, and we can also do them with different speakers that would be of interest to college Democrats. So we're just hoping that people will contact us. We have an Instagram and a Twitter that is at U of U Democrats. And then our email is demsoftheu@gmail.com. So if you want to get in touch with any of those, just send a DM to one of those accounts and we can add you to our group chat. And just with any questions and concerns, ideas you have for the club and with getting involved with us. And I hope you join us all. It's going to be super fun and we're looking forward to a great year.
Perfect. Thank you, Sydnee. Have a good day.
Thank you.
We're gonna welcome back Sydnee K to talk about the Government Relations Board.
I know, awkward, because it's like me again. I meant to be here earlier. My apologies. I worked until 1 o'clock and we definitely had enough tasks to keep me busy until 1, so I wasn't able to show up at 12:50 like I expected, but that's okay. So I, as well as being involved with Model Arab League, I also happen to be Director of Government Relations this year, so very similar to what a previous panelist was speaking on. My job is to literally help students get registered to vote and be educated on their candidates for office and get out to vote. So my biggest goal basically for students is to get you registered to vote at the very minimum, because I think once that happens, you yourselves are at least somewhat motivated to learn about those candidates and show up to the polls or opt in for mail-in ballots because you've already spent the time to get yourself registered to vote. So basically my position is an appointed position through the presidency of ASUU, the Associated Students of the University of Utah. So I am in the executive cabinet of ASUU. I work very closely with Ephraim Coombe, our president, and then our 2 vice presidents, Ayana and Michelle. With them, we kind of collaborate between ourselves and with other board members and directors to try to give you the best possible experience that you can have. We are your elected student body. So those elected positions are the presidency, vice presidency, and then other positions within ASUU. So if we're not doing what you think is the best thing for students, then please reach out to us and we will do all that we can to make it so that you have the best on-campus experience you have, even though this year is a little difficult. So a couple of things are, if you are interested in helping students get educated and be civically engaged, if you are interested in turning students out to vote, helping them become educated on the candidates for office, and if you're interested in helping them get registered to vote, then you can absolutely become a board member of the Government Relations Board. So that means I hold meetings with my board members about once a month and tell you about the opportunities that you have to help your fellow students during those meetings. And then you're free to sign up for any times that you want to help and volunteer, but you're not obligated to put in any time. It's not a paid position. It's very much like volunteer work, but if you're new to the university especially, this is a wonderful way to meet new people. It also gives you a little bit of something to add to your resume so that if you want a paid position within ASUU, you can get one down the road. And if politics and law are in your interest areas, then it's really just a great way to kind of expand your knowledge in that arena. Another thing that we do outside of student civic engagement is lobbying the state legislature. So we follow bills that impact our students here at the U, and we go and lobby our representatives and senators in the state legislature during the legislative sessions in the spring. So if you're interested in learning about lobbying as well, then that's another awesome opportunity. And again, you're not obligated to contribute anytime. So if you're only interested in activities in the spring or the fall, you only have to do the activities that you're interested in. We really just want to make sure that you have access to all the opportunities that you can and make it so that you learn as much as you want to while you're here at the U, so you can kind of seize your education and get the most out of what you pay for, I guess. So yeah, that's a bit about the Government Relations Board.
Before we wrap up for the last bit of today, I want to go ahead and mention that along with College Democrats, there's also an organization called College Republicans. They are their president is Joshua Mayer, who sadly couldn't be here today. So I'm going to just go ahead and give you his email if you're interested in joining the College Republicans. His email address is u1263755@utah.edu. Go ahead and send him an email asking for any information about College Republicans. I believe you can also find him on the Campus Connect page for the group College Republicans. Thanks for joining us. Hopefully we'll be able to do this every semester, fall and spring, and thank you.